I'm Leeah. I am a sophomore public relations major and leadership and management minor here on campus. On campus, I'm involved with our Emerson's oldest local professional sorority, Kappa Gamma Chi, as well as I'm involved with things like the Emerson Poetry Project, which is a poetry organization. I'm also a resident assistant here on campus, currently in the little building, the freshman dorm. So since a lot of my classes start at noon, most days I'll come into the Lion's Den, which is here, which is a great space to sit, eat, chat with friends, and really experience campus life in the few ways that we are able to in person safely during this pandemic. Overall, though, I'll come in here, I'll do some reading, I'll grab some breakfast, and it's just a really great space, and it's really beautiful. We have a view of the alley outside, and then you can see it's a very open, spread out space. And later in the day, they usually have little snacks, as well as the grill open, which is really yummy food, and it's just a great place to study and experience campus life. Alright, so as you can see, I've had a little bit of an outfit change. That is because today, if you can believe it, I'm about to hop on a call with Vice President Kamala Harris, the Prime Minister of Ireland, and Nettie Washington Douglas, who is a descendant of the late abolitionist and historical figure Frederick Douglass. I recently was admitted into the Frederick Douglass Global Fellowship, which is a really cool fellowship that takes a group of students of color who have shown promise in activism and academics and the like, to a different country, this year's Ireland, to explore, to learn, and to grow as global leaders. Now, for this program, I had to create a video about myself, and I highlighted different projects that I've worked on and different things I've done in terms of activism, in terms of changing the world and such. And it just happens to be that two of the projects that I talked about in my video were actually things I did for Emerson. What I was able to do with those projects and with those classes, I started the nuggets of those ideas, and I was able to take the skills that I learned and apply them to something I was passionate about within my classes. And that's something you can do a lot at Emerson. And then you find programs like this that really appreciate the work that you've done both in those classes and outside of them.
Alright, so I am currently on my way to my first class of the day, which is a PR class with Dr. Maria Scott, and it's in the Park Plaza Hotel. Alright, so I just got out of my media relations class. I am walking up to my next class, but we did a really cool exercise today, so this is a great day to have y'all come with me. But today we did a really cool crisis communications exercise, which is really unique because in PR you deal with a lot of crisis communication, and a lot of the time you don't get that kind of experience until you graduate. But we were able to do a simulation, which was, tough and challenging, but a really great learning experience. As a PR major, I'm able to take a lot of really cool classes. So these are two of my PR classes. I'm taking tactical writing right now and media relations, which is super cool because a lot of schools won't actually teach you these really niche specific skills until you're a lot older. And I'm only a sophomore, and I'm learning a lot of this really cool stuff. And I started learning it as a freshman in my intro to PR class. So it's been a really cool adventure.
Alright, so I am back in my room, all comfy after a day of really fun classes in the Park Plaza Hotel. So now I just settle in, do some of my PR homework, do some, work on some projects, and actually work on some stuff for my sorority. I am, in Kappa Gamma Chi, which is Emerson College's oldest local professional sorority, and we have a couple of fraternity and sorority life organizations here on campus. They're really great way to build community and find friends, and in my case, in the professional sorority, learn some really good professional development tools. So this is us logging on to an RA event. We just have some residents with us here. We will have more logging on,
And we are doing a Jeopardy night, which is super fun. And we do a lot of these events in the dorms, whether it's in the first year dorms like LB or in the dorms all across campus, because we really like to create an engaged community here at Emerson. Thank you for coming along on my day. I hope this inspires you to come to Emerson, and maybe I will see you around campus. Bye!